Hello guys, my name is Willem and welcome to Abarth DX Cars. Today is a fun day. Today we're gonna test drive an Abarth. Like you can see, I'm sitting in the inside of an Abarth because I said in the previous video that we're maybe gonna change my car into a more sporty car. And we already did a test drive with the Alpine. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. It was also a very fun car to drive. And today we're gonna test drive this Abarth. Maybe this car will replace a Mercedes. It's a F595 model with 160 horsepower. And we're going to do a bit of a test drive today. See what it's like to drive. Of course, hear some nice sounds. And yeah, enjoy it. So guys, you have like two modes the car has. The standard mode, which is with the quiet mode, the daily mode. Then you also have the Scorpion mode, that you also have the nice setup behind the steering wheel, more sporty. And then the car sounds way better. The exhaust claps are open. And yeah, off we go. Something that is coming in the future, which is a bit sad, is that you can't have the Scorpion mode in the future because the cars need to be a bit more quiet, and maybe also for the CO2 emissions they did it. That cars need to be a bit more efficient these days, but it's not nice that the sound need to pay that price. So that's why I'm maybe going to buy an Abarth or something else sporty, because yeah, we won't be enjoying them much longer. And it's a bit sad for us car people. We need to enjoy the sound. So this car has it, the F95, the Spa edition, which is in the garage, which we will see in a bit. Also has a great sound. And the Spa-Francorchamps edition is a special limited edition of 150 cars. So yeah, I like limited and special cars. So yeah. Car isn't that big, so it's quite easy to turn and to park and do everything. Actually, the most of the time I'm driving the car by myself, so an Abarth like this is big enough, I think, or a mini or a smaller car, because my Mercedes-Benz CLA is of course a bit bigger, but I don't know if I really need the space to do some long travels. It's nice, but yeah, for just daily driving I don't really need it that much. Yeah guys, found a bit more country roads that we can test this car, what it's meant to be for. Drive it a bit more sporty. That was a bit brusque, but hey, if you're going to do some track days with it, because I want a sports car or a sporty car that I can like use on a track. Then we also are going to do things like this, so the car will be really used well. So we really need to test all its capabilities. I'm also a bit thinking about buying a car on Abarth by myself, so that's why I also need to do the test a bit on the high roads, because you know I've been to Germany a couple of times already, to Holland, around all Belgium, so it will be like a car I'm really going to use, going to put a lot of miles on, so that's why I also need to test it. Is it comfortable enough for the high roads? And I have driven the basic Fiat 500 before, and I wasn't that happy with how it drives on the high roads, but this car, I think it's maybe because it has the special suspension setup in the back, it has a more harder suspension setup on the rear wheels. The car is maybe a bit, or the horsepower, maybe the increase in horsepower. Of course, this car has double the horsepower of a standard Fiat 500, so it's probably a bit normal. I think that the car drives a bit better on the high roads. So yeah, I'm really thinking about maybe changing the Mercedes up to this car. It has a great sound for me. The car is, of course, big enough. If you aren't a big family, then the car is big enough. You can put the kids even on the back seats. You have the trunk space that is big enough for one or two or a small family. So yeah, or as a second car, I think most people will buy the Abarth as a second car, maybe a more comfortable or a more practical car as the other, and this maybe for fun, for the weekends, that will do it perfectly, because it really brings a smile on your face. Every time you will drive it, you will be enjoying it. Sorry for the weather, you maybe hear the rain noise. But hey, that won't stop the fun. We're of course in Belgium, so we are a bit used to this kind of weather, but not for long, hopefully. I'm not used to driving a manual, that's why I maybe need to buy one again. I fell still. But hey, I'm not embarrassed to that. That can happen to everybody, even when you're driving a manual every day. Yeah, and the Spa-Francorchamps edition that was in the showroom that we're going to take a look at in a moment also looked quite well, I think. Yeah, on the inside of the showroom they had a special Spa-Francorchamps edition, and it was a numbered car. It makes it more interesting for me, because I also like numbered cars. It's just maybe a bit of a nerd thing, but yeah, it's better for the value, I think. And it was a 160 horsepower car, just like this one, and I think 160 is enough to start. You also have the 180 version, and of course the 135 horsepower version. But yeah, I think 165 is enough to start with. Maybe go up here to just drive a bit more off high roads. Yeah, and maybe I'm going to change my car to Spa-Francorchamps edition car. It will be a bit more of a fun to drive. Also for you guys, we can do a lot of fun things with it. I've already ordered a big sticker to put on the car to make some. Oh, this looks quite fun road. To put on the car to really make it the car of the channel. And we of course need a sports car on this channel. Oh, the sound is really good. Really nice sound. Not too much. I thought it was going to give more pops and bangs, but yeah, just only when you floor it, the car makes sporty noise. Of course, it's not now in Scorpion mode. I've just put it in Scorpion mode, so maybe then it will give some. Also a bit more aggressive sound than when you just drive it. I overall like the car. It's a fun car, looks good. It's nothing to really complain about. Something I was a bit of messing around with was the navigation system, which I needed to get more used to, but if that is the only thing, it has a great navigation system probably. Oh, there we go, some country roads, baby! The perfect roads. Test the car like this. Oh, really enjoying it. Oh, it's a bit slippery here. That's what we like. I'm really addicted to driving this part of cars. giving it some beans. Yeah guys, the car really holds itself really good in place. I think the back spark differential really helps for when you turn in. The car really slides a bit you when you turn in. It not that it loses traction because it's of course a front wheel driven car, but yeah, it really turns nicely in with the car when you turn, which is quite helpful. Gives a nice sporty feel to it, and of course the front damping is not too hard because you have not the best road conditions here in Belgium. Also for speed bumps, it's nice that the front isn't too hard or too harshly damped. Of course, for daily driving, it's something that is quite helpful. Yeah, I'm really thinking about maybe buying an Abarth special Spa-Francorchamps edition. Really suits the channel, I think, because we are a Belgian supercar channel and it's an only limited car to Belgium. So yeah, it would be great, I think, such a car. Numbered car also. Something I really like, numbered cars. And yeah, with all the nice noises. And it will be the one of the last Abarths, last new Abarths with the great sound. So that's also something which gives more value, I think, to the car. Yeah, it drives really well. Of course, 160 horsepower isn't that much, but a car like an Abarth only weighs about, I think, 1,100 kilos, 1,200 kilos, maybe lighter, 1,100, I don't really know for sure, but it is a very light car, so that's why I don't need the crazy performance number. I'm going to turn, very tight turning circle like you can see, which is also very handy when you're driving it in the city or in some narrow streets. I really like the car. And of course, like I was saying, the Spa-Francorchamps edition would also be great because we can actually drive it on the Spa-Francorchamps circuit, which is also something I really look forward to drive on a track, and then with a nice car like this, it would be very fun. Because yeah, I like to drive a bit sporty and on these roads, these B roads more. It's also fun, but you need to be a bit sensible because yeah, there are also people on the bike or I don't know, tractors or things like that, so you need to be a bit safe. So a track day would be perfect, I think. So what do you guys think? Should I buy a more sporty car for the channel? Should I buy this Abarth? Should I maybe buy the Alpine? Or in the coming videos we will maybe change our minds. Let me know what you guys think, and of course leave a like if you are also an Abarth fan, and do please subscribe on the channel, because it won't, like I said, it won't be the last video of a nice sportive car that we're going to drive. And thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.